Man, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good morning. All right, so next week, see how fast that was? I know I've been saying this, but next week will be the very first live on this page. There will be a battle rap event. Me, the God, versus J Dev. This is gonna be a goodie because he's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty good. He might hit the king crown a little bit, but it is what it is. So look, today's episode, Joe Buttons and came out and spoke on his Playboy Cardi album, and they spoke on Kendrick verse and all that stuff. So we're gonna get into that. Before I get into that, you know I gotta get a legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, you know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sound how much, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers over 13, 14, 15, 16,000 subscribers. Hold on, 2 shades of that. And yeah, man. I am the king of the north. Let me know what kingdom you from. So look, man, we're going to get right to it. Let's do it. All right, man. So let's get it, man. Let's see what Joe and them have to say about this here. Cause yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's Joe Budden.
That's crazy.
She didn't give a fuck. She came pulling up mad late. Oh my God, that being punctual shit, it can really bite you in the ass.
Sometimes it can. Yeah.
It bites you in the ass. All right, listen. If you are tuning in for the world's shortest Playboy Cardi album review, you are
Right
in
here.
the right fucking place.
We got you.
Clap it up.
Facts.
Yeah, that's funny. I listened to the whole album. I'm not a Playboy Cardi fan. I'm really not. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. But I think it's an interesting album. And I think that it's actually okay. It's not bad. I will say that it's better than some sexy songs for you. I completely will say that. Like it's definitely better than that. But it's pretty, it's all right. It's all right. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, but it's all right.
If you are here for an in-depth album review of Playboy Cardi and the 3 Kendrick Lamar verses, leave.
Yeah.
Wrong place.
I did listen to the whole thing.
How was it? I didn't hear it. I knew it.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it not being for me.
I never heard
I'm okay.
Well, see,
If I'm too old for it, I'm okay with that.
Why'd you listen to it?
it. Word. That shit was like an hour and plus, and it dropped at
30
7:30.
joints.
It was 30 joints.
It's all right. I'm gonna speak on that real quick, right? Because I think hip hop fans are fickle, man. We and I ain't even going to include myself because I'm not fickle when it comes to this. Y'all fickle, man. Y'all fickle. It's like, what do y'all want? First, y'all say that albums be too short. Then y'all say albums are too long. These artists put out all of this music. You say, oh, it's too long. It must be a reason why they're putting out a lot of music. And I believe the reason why is because of streaming. And I think that, I'm not sure of this, but I believe I read somewhere that after 9 or 10 songs, the record label don't get paid no more or something like that. And the artist gets paid for the rest. So I believe the first 9 or 10 tracks, the record label and then the artist gets paid after that. But I don't know if that's actually true. I'm just saying. But still in all, I don't have a problem. If that's your project and it's 30 songs, I'm not going to get on here and tell you it's too long. If that's what you put out and I am a music reviewer, I'm going to listen to it because that is your project. I don't understand how these guys be arguing with something and then argue against something. it's just not for me. Okay, cool. It's too long. What do you mean? How do you want to tell this person that their album is too long? That's what they wanted to put out. That's just what it is now. You may feel it's too long, but for me, I'm not going to tell you that your album's too long. If your album was 2 days long, I'll be like, all right, bro, well, let's go. Let's go. And most of y'all spoiled because all you do is put the album on and just let it play. Y'all act like y'all actually is in the studio with the person while the songs are playing. Like, it's too long. What, you want to listen to it in one setting? You don't have to. You can actually listen to it and listen to the rest the next day. I don't understand why y'all complaining about it. It's crazy to me.
There's a couple joints I like on there. The Young Thug record is dope.
There's some production on there.
One of the Future records is dope.
The Young Thug record is not dope, bro. It's not. If you say that the album's not for you and then you like the Young Thug record, out of all the records on the album, you pointed that one out? Man, come on, bro. And another thing too, like, what are we doing here? So you saying it, like, why do y'all have to be so selective when it comes to certain things? Y'all did this whole thing about Drake's Some Sexy Songs for You. Y'all was key, and all this stuff. Now you're sitting here saying that if you are here to listen to us talk about the Kendrick 3 songs, this is not for you. But you sat here and talked about Drake and Party. It's like, what? People coming to hear your commentary on those songs. If you don't want to talk about it, cool. But I'm sure eventually you're going to get around to it because you have to. Even though you probably don't like to, but you're going to have to talk about it because Kendrick is the biggest in the game. You got to talk about him.
I'm talking shit, but out of what I breezed through on the sample, there is some production on it that's all right.
There's a couple shits on there.
It's him for me. So I can't listen to it. I wasn't trying to listen to it. That's for the Cardi fans. I'm old, out of mind. I'm not the demo for this.
I don't even like that though, because it's almost like I equate it to like, as someone who likes rock music, there's a lot of like heavy metal shit that just ain't for me. Mm-hmm. It's not because I was old.
Rock music and heavy metal is not the same. You should know that, Parks. That is not the same. Heavy metal and rock is not the same. Totally different, in my opinion. Totally different. Classic rock and heavy metal, not the same. Headbanging music and classic rock is not the same.
I might have been younger than the artist at the time. It's just not for me. Mm-hmm. And this is like heavy metal rap to me. It's just,
yeah,
it don't sit in my ears.
Yeah, I won't blame it on age. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Y'all said the same thing about To Pimp a Butterfly. Y'all said the same exact thing about To Pimp a Butterfly. This is how I say a lot of y'all just be talking to talk. Y'all said the same thing about To Pimp a Butterfly. You said, Joe, this is Joe's words. He said, this is a masterpiece, but it's not for me. It's a masterpiece, but it's not something for me. What? Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of you, sometimes y'all just listen, man. I be remembering things. I be remembering. But let's keep it going.
And I knew that already.
We don't have, despite the audience saying that we should be unbiased and should review everything.
I'm not doing that.
I'm sorry.
I'm telling y'all now, I'm
sorry. Everything ain't for us and everything is not going to.
And then don't call yourself hip hop reviewers. Don't call yourself talking about hip hop. You shouldn't even have spoke on it. There's no way in the world you're going to sit here and tell me that y'all one of the biggest podcasters in the world. And you're going to say that, well, we're not going to review everything, but then y'all give y'all opinions on everything. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Why give y'all opinion about something if you're not going to review it? The reason why, and I'm going to tell you the reason why they're not reviewing it, is not because they want to take the safe route. They don't really want to say how they feel about something because they'll get a lot of backlash and a lot of hate, and they don't have time for that. They don't want that. So they want to take the safe route and say, well, They want to be politically correct about it. We just won't review it. It's just not for me. Anytime somebody say something's not for them, that usually means that it's trash. Let's just cut through the bull. Whenever these people say it's not for me, they literally really are saying it's trash. That's what they're saying. But they don't want to offend the fan base because they're afraid that fan base is going to come after them. They give the grace to Beyonce. They'll say, "Oh, Beyonce. Oh, yeah, man." They won't really talk. Depending on who the artist is, they won't really talk crazy about. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, that's why they're saying that. That's the nicest way to say that it's trash. When you say it's not for me. And then you want to give a little grace by saying, well, there's some joints on there. There's some samples on there. Like, come on, bro. You guys are the top, one of the top podcasters. I'm not saying that y'all supposed to do whatever. I'm just saying y'all do have some type of responsibility in this space, in my opinion. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that you can just sum everything up by saying, because y'all said it's not for me at least 15 times, so you can give your opinion about the album. You just don't want to because you're afraid that people are going to cut y'all down. That's what it is.
Get a deep dive from us.
Shouts to the Cardi fans.
Shout out to Cardi.
Y'all been waiting for this album for years. He's been teasing it back and forth. Pause. Never thought it was
like
going to
7 years, right?
It's been a
long time. I think 5 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. So I'm just happy for y'all. I saw people going crazy. It was funny. I thought he was trolling again
when he didn't put it out.
Yeah. I knew an album had to be coming because he's on a weekend tour.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get on that big of a tour with no new music. So, shouts to him. Shouts to them.
Cardi.
Y'all got it?
Yeah.
I'm not even mad
y'all
at
happy.
The 30 songs in this case, just because he only put out music every 5 years, like that's not the worst thing in the world to me. It's still a long listen. It was hard to I just had it on in the background while I was getting ready, eating breakfast, shower, and all that shit. And again, there's a couple records I like on there, but I'm probably not going to rush back to much of it.
Did you buy it?
Exactly. My point exactly. You really don't want to say it's trash because you don't want to be the oddball out. And a lot of y'all don't want to say the album's trash. I'm talking about them on there. Y'all not going to say the album's trash because then the whole podcast will be talked about how much y'all hate Cardi. That's what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I could do a review of the album. I don't have no problem doing a review of the album. I just didn't have time to get around to doing it. But I have no problem doing a review of the album. I've never been a fan of his anyway. But I'm gonna tell you, the album is all right. It's all right. From me listening to it, I'm not a fan of his, but that album is actually all right. If I had to rate it, I'll probably give it, like I said, I'll give it a solid 8. I'll give it a solid 8.
I did not. This is a streamer.
Would you?
This is a streamer for
Okay.
me. I might buy a couple records that I like, though, actually.
Got it.
I at least want to hear the best Kendrick verse from this thing.
Do you have the album, Joe? I don't know. I don't listen. I don't know.
I do not have the album at
Who is
all.
he?
And my oldest son came over yesterday to just vibe and kick it. And I tried to have like a relatable moment. I was like, "Hey man, that Cardi." I said,
That's what you kids like, right?
I said, "Oh, you ready for that Cardi this Friday, huh?" He said, "Pop, I don't listen to that. It's not for me." I said, "Oh, genetics work.
You did it right.
Oh, genetics work."
Cut it out. Your son raps like that. I heard a couple of your son's songs, and he raps like Future in them. And before he didn't, he rapped like you a little bit. But then he did a couple of joints where he rapped like them. But that's another story. But I need to see how old. Hey Siri, how old is Playboy Cardi? Let's look it up. Let's look it up to see. Yeah, man, the crazy thing is I looked it up on Google and they don't have his age. What the hell? They don't have Playboy Cardi's age. It doesn't say his age. I'm thinking he may be like 30. He could be like 30, 31, or 30 or 29 or somewhere around there. But if you look it up, they don't have his age on there. Just say he was born in Atlanta, Georgia. That's it. What's the hell? Is he really a vampire? I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's keep it going.
He's I'm still listening to Jim Jones. I love you, buddy. That's my baby.
I could play I think Good Credit is the record that most people are talking about with the Luca bar and all that shit.
Good credit. Now I'm about to apply for Home Depot credit.
All right, I have to pause that because I don't want this video to get demonetized.
Go right to the verse?
Yes, please. No, for sure, please.
No, straight there.
All respectfully, with all due respect.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke.
That's my point right there. What I tell y'all. I told y'all. They this is what they do. This is what people do. They like, oh yeah, they're afraid to actually say how they really feel about something because they afraid of the backlash. And it's like, if you don't like it, just say it's trash. That's it. But you want to be nice about it. To me, I don't know. For me, I'll be a little more offended if you're trying to act like you're trying to be nice about it, but you're really being fake about it. So I don't know.
Oh,
Wait, who the fuck is this?
Playboy Cardi.
Okay.
I'm cool, man. I'm okay with this not being for me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't even want to hear Kendrick.
Yeah, I'm good. Salute.
I'm cool. This is like when they said if you want to hide something from black people, put it in the book.
Yeah.
Put it in the Cardi album for me. This is gonna miss me all.
That shit ain't bad. This is the Thug record.
Yo, and listen, even the beat on the last joint, like the production sound like it's kind of hype.
Not for me, but
This ain't that bad.
this is with Thug and Ty Dolla.
I'm always like the Ty Dolla song.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to me, I'm just going to end this here. I got a lot to say. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think sometimes I suffer from trophy syndrome. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's when they give a trophy to everybody and it's like you go along with everything. I believe sometimes I suffer from that. And I think that, and I can admit that, I think I kind of want everybody to like what I like. And sometimes I do have a hard time accepting that people just have a difference of an opinion than me when it comes to music. I'm not going to sit here and lie about that. But then I think to myself, like, well, that's the case. But also, some people, it's not that they have a difference in opinion. I just think that they'll say one thing and then they'll change their mind later on down the line as if they never said before. Now, I do acknowledge that things do grow on people. I understand that. And I do understand that. But at the same time, it just, to me, sometimes I think that I don't know. I just feel real funny about that. Because if I say something is good and you say it's not good, and you insist that it's not good, and then a year down the line, you say, that's more, bro, that joint crazy. But like what you said a year ago was trash. Nah, grew on me, bro. It's like I told you it was fire. I don't know. I could be honest with y'all about that. I think I like when people like the things I like. I ain't gonna see it live. You know what I'm saying? But some things I think that for some people, I think they just be just capping. And you could kind of tell they be capping because they'll big up something that sounds similar, and it's because they like the artist. Like, for example, they like that album, Some Sexy Songs for You. I think that album is horrible, but they like that album. And I know why they like it. Because they want Drake to come back. That's why. Because if Drake didn't fall off or he didn't get smoked, they would probably say that the album was actually good. They'd be like, yeah, man, that's the album he did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But then again, Joe's real fickle with Drake's albums. Because he's the same person that would say that this album isn't good. He doesn't sound ambitious. But then he'll say that Drake has better albums than The Weeknd. Oh, man, I tell you. Gotta love Joe Buttons, man. But thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what was the point of them even. If you're not gonna review Kendrick's verse, then just because you say I don't want to hear Kendrick, I know why you're doing that. You're doing that on purpose. You're doing that on purpose because you want to minimize Kendrick because he's doing what he do. Like, that's just how I feel. I feel like all of y'all are mad that Kendrick knocked Drake off, and y'all want to minimize his success by saying, "Well, I don't even want to hear it now. I don't want to listen to Kendrick now." Like, cut it out. Y'all rushed to download Some Sexy Songs to You. Y'all was in it. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Like, come on, bro. Tell me No Kid is the one. Like, all right, dog. Enough is enough. All right, man. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all for being here with me. I'll see y'all, man. Peace. Bye.